Hello and welcome to this session. I'm delighted to be here with Anastasios Economou, the Global Chairman of YPO. It's a global leadership community which has more than 30,000 members in 142 countries, and it has chapters throughout the world. And Tassos is also founder and MD of iGroup. He's based in Monaco, and it's lovely to speak to you today, Tassos. We've just heard from the UN's Executive Director for Women about the importance of engaging everyone for this cause. I'm going to talk to Tassos about a very particular piece of work that YPO has just done. It's a global survey on CEO gender equality, which they've done in conjunction with the Financial Times, where I work as a work and careers editor. So it's a double pleasure to be here. Tassos, why did the YPO embark on this research? And why did you and your members feel that it was important to do that?
Isabel, it's a pleasure to be here with you, and thank you for the question. What I find is that there is much conversation on the important topic of gender equality and parity, and specifically within the business community as it equates to the C-level role. I think that we are all aware of the challenges, but there has been little global research to gather insights from CEOs, and especially from female CEOs. One of the core beliefs of YPO members is that business can be a force for positive change. And as you hinted before, given our global footprint of more than 30,000 leaders in over 142 countries, but also very importantly, I think for this survey, the fact that they employ more than 22 million employees in their businesses, I think puts YPO in a unique position to gather this intelligence and share it with the broader global business community. We, I believe, are able to create insights that will help us progress from conversation to actions that will make a difference. And whilst we do not tell our CEOs what to do or how to run their business, one of our core missions is that of idea exchange and providing information to make better informed decisions.
And this is a collaboration with UN Women, HeForShe, and the Financial Times. And how did this survey come about? Can you tell us a bit about the provenance?
Sure, I will. And, you know, there's a saying where I come from that says, show me your partners and I will tell you who you are. I feel that the UN Women, HeForShe, and the FD need no introduction, but indulge me with a personal story. I remember when I was a young teenager aspiring to maybe be able to go and study in the UK, I was given the advice that I should read the Financial Times. I was aspiring to study economics, and the coverage, the depth, the up-to-date information on economic policy apparently really helped me, because in my Brasenose interview, I must have impressed the professors and they offered me a position to study there, not too far away from where you were. So the Financial Times from a very young age, I think, has this respect, this authority, integrity, accuracy, which I think is critically important for what we're trying to do here. UN Women, HeForShe, only partners with ambitious leaders to create alliances for gender equality. So in looking for partners on this project, we looked to these organizations to ensure we were asking the right questions and to help us amplify the results of this important research once it was completed.
And just looking to the results of the survey, could you give a flavor of some of the key insights that you took away? And was there anything that particularly surprised you or inspired you, and we can pass on to the people watching?
So, Isabel, the way I look at it is that there are some good news and some areas where we can do more work on. Let me pick three insights that I think are relevant. The first, and that's where the good news comes in, is that more than half of our respondents, 57%, said that their organization is somewhat or significantly more gender diverse than 5 years ago. And for me, this shows that progress is indeed happening. Now, the second insight that I took out of this is tied into some previous research that found that small groups can trigger a change in established work culture norms if they reach a critical mass. And indeed, this research further validated the theory. What we found is that female-led businesses reported more female diversity on their boards, in senior management, and in their organizations. The third insight, which I think and I would label as an area for more work to be done, is that according to female respondents, the biggest obstacle that women face in achieving gender parity is the burden of unpaid work they have to do due to traditional gender roles such as childcare, and trust me, I'm a father and I know what that means, and household responsibilities. And this was followed by the existence of an unconscious bias. So these are, I guess, things to consider and an area where we can do more work going forward.
It's good to hear that progress is being made in lots of areas, despite the terrible year we've had globally. And Tassos, looking forward, what do you hope the wider impact of the survey will be?
So we hope that these valuable insights will inspire other leaders to create positive change in their organizations now. If I look at our own family office, I'm already a minority there. Think of positive impact that these insights can have on leaders around the world through their businesses and in their communities. Impact is, and I believe happens closer than you think. Think every day of how you treat people at work. That makes an impact. You impact them and their family.
That's a really great point about the way you treat people at work. I think sometimes we look at the big picture and we forget that just our everyday actions can have a really important impact on the people around us and affect change. So thank you for that. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we wrap this up?
Isabel, I'm really delighted to have the opportunity to share these few highlights from this in-depth report. And I really hope that it adds to this important conversation on gender equality and drives measurable action. What I like to say is that we are human beings. We are not human doings. Let us lead by example. And it is small changes that can prove to be very powerful and have a very big impact.
Thank you, Tassos. That's a great place to finish. I think small changes are so important for all of us, for everyone watching. And it's been wonderful to be here talking to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you to YPO for sponsoring what's promising to be an excellent and impactful survey. And I look forward to the rest of the conference.